Hello, class. The book that I have chosen to talk about is Do Not Bring Your Dragon to the Library, and it is written by Julie Gassman and illustrated by Andy Elkerton. I really thought this was a good book to discuss illustrations. It's a new book to me, but I thought it did a good job of including a lot of different kinds of people. I especially enjoyed that there's a kid in the wheelchair, and all of the kids are different nationalities and things like that. So I think there's someone that everybody could relate to. There's a good mix of boys and girls. The only stereotype that I did find in the book is the fact that the librarian is a woman. And although anybody can be a librarian, this feeds into the stereotype that librarians are women. I think this book is appropriate for maybe preschool to early elementary school to talk about the rules of the library, what to expect at the library, what might happen at the library, how to treat books, those kinds of things. It starts off, when you visit the library, please keep in mind, no shouting or no running, no or shouting. To all books be kind. There's a rule that's bigger than the rest and must be followed by all of our guests. Do not bring your dragon to the library. And I love all the details in this, especially the patron here that is very worried about the dragon in the library. It talks on this page about how the dragons are rude and they take up at least 10 seats. I love all the details of the kids looking around at the dragon. And the repercussions of bringing your dragon to the library. This part of the illustration adds to it, and I love that there's different kinds of people in the library program. You may ask her to come to the library show, but trouble will start with the first song she knows. Her swaying hips will crowd your space with a dragon jig that has no grace. And again, there's lots of details about what would happen if you brought your dragon to the library. And I love there's books and instruments and everything all over the place. Maybe you're thinking there's plenty of space for that dragon of mine. Perhaps that's true, but he's sure to roam. Then you'll be wishing you'd left him at home. The only thing that I thought was kind of confusing is that the dragon goes back and forth between male and female, and then I realized that it's a different dragon at different places. So different kids in the book have dragons. And again, lots of details on the results of bringing your dragon to the library. This I thought was a fun stereotype because dragons are frequently fairy tales. I don't know if there's another genre that includes dragons. I couldn't think of any. But you see, aside, aisles of books are hard to resist. She'll sure to find sections that cannot be missed. As she starts to read, she could overexcite, and then chances are her flame will ignite. And of course, we don't want burning books. This does bring a problem for me, though, as I was thinking about it, if I were going to use this book for talking about how to treat dragons, because the librarians offer a solution. Because the kid's begging, I know my dragon would be good and would love story time. And I love the details when they talk about all the wonderful things that are available in the library. Although I would like to know how many current kids wouldn't have ever seen a reel-to-reel movie film. My kids are older and very few of them have seen that. I don't think they use them anymore in schools, even, which was the place that I mostly saw them growing up. The kid asked very nicely. I love that there's a please. The librarian's solution, though, is I'm afraid, my kind friend, I cannot agree. A dragon in the library simply can't be. But don't fret, don't frown, I have a solution. Listen now to my smart substitution. Your dragon should not miss the library treasures. Just bring home some books for her reading pleasure. If you use your card often, you will very soon see that your dragon, that you never have to bring your dragon to the library. Now, my only problem is if we were going to use this book to discuss how to appropriately care for library books, we might compare the dragon to the family dog or something. And I would want to talk about how you might read to the dog, but you wouldn't want to let the dog carry around the books. And I kind of worry about sharing the books. I would talk to the kid about sharing the books with the dragon and making sure that we don't ignite the books, because we would still have to be careful at home. I think that would play into the kids' use of imagination and things like that in a very good way. The author's motivation is probably fun and how to treat library books, which I think would be good. Might not change your life forever, but at least it might ignite an interest in libraries. And there's lots of good pictures to talk about what to expect at the libraries. So thank you for watching.